Homestuck.
Homestuck.
Dear John.
What is that? Isn't that a movie?
That's a Taylor Swift thing.
Ah, thank you, Toby.
Dear John.
If that didn't get picked up, Toby sung a bit of Dear John. He serenaded us.
With John.
Oh, yeah. You are no doubt reading this as a handsome and strapping young man. Why, the minute needed to lift the book is itself a sign of your maturity, not even to speak of the wisdom needed to grasp the nuance of Sassakar's time-tested mischief. I am so proud of you, grandson. How I wish I could have delivered this heirloom to you in the flesh, but I'm afraid it wasn't in the cards. For you see, John, like you, this book must yet take a journey. Its journey will end on the final day of my life, and even then will continue some, though I suppose that will be up to your father. Perhaps he will discuss it with you one day when he and you are ready. But it is your journey I am writing about to wish you luck. There will come a day when you will be thrust into another world, and once you arrive, that is only the beginning. You will soon delve even deeper into a realm of warring royalty in a timeless expanse. A realm of agents and exiles and consorts and colonel sprites, of toiling underlings and slumbering denizens. A realm where four will gather, the heir of breath and seer of light, the knight of time and witch of space, and together they will ascend. John, if only you knew how important you were. I regret my passing came so early in your life, and yet I feel in my heart we have already met. But what I know for sure is that we will meet again. Until then, John, I do hope your father keeps you well fed. With love, Nana. P.S. You forgot that's the voice I gave to John's grandma?
No, I remembered.
Act 3. It's the girl!
I love my weird girl.
I love weird girls. I love weird girls so much. A silly girl naps by her flowers. It is quite likely that she tired herself out with a variety of silly antics, as silly girls are often known to do. She may have a silly name too, or maybe not. It is hard to say for sure without asking her. But since she's slumbering peacefully, it would be a shame to wake her up. You might as well just give her a name right now. Enter name. Farmstink Buttlass. I guess her name is Farmstink. Wake up! Quick, wake up! You need to grab a brush and put on a little makeup.
What?
I just got made with shake-up. Jade, why did you leave the keys on the table? You try to roust Farmstink from her slumber, but she is really down for the count. It looks like she's holding some sort of note. Retrieve arms from... They're right there! In plain sight. Look! They are flashing red! Drop pumpkin on Farmstink.
Drop pumpkin on Farmstink.
What pumpkin? You see no pumpkin, and frankly, it is hard to imagine there ever was a pumpkin, in plain sight or otherwise. Anyways, that would be a really terrible thing to do to poor sweet Farmstink. Read note. Farmstink? That is incredibly silly and a little bit rude. My name is... Jade Harley.
I love my weird girl.
I do love weird girls. That's one of my favorite tropes in media and life in general. Alright. Examine room. Alright, I made a big deal about this last time. It keeps changing. It keeps changing. It gets explained, but I made a huge deal about, like, oh my god, it keeps changing. What does it mean?
Freaking herself out.
I felt like I was gaslighting myself. Your name is Jade. You have just woken from a restful nap, and as usual, you have no recollection of having fallen asleep. You have quite a number of interests. So many, in fact, you have trouble keeping track of them all, even with an assortment of colorful reminders on your fingers to help you sort out everything on your mind. Nevertheless, when you spend time in your garden atrium, the only thing on your mind is your deep passion for horticulture. What will you do? Play a silly flute refrain. Alright, loading. Loading. Alright, you ready? Hold on.
Go. Do it. Make her fall asleep. Make her fall asleep.
There we go. Toby, she's taking a little nap.
She's so eepy.
The music.
Let's sit here for way too long to come with the song. Come on.
Oh no, okay. I tried doing Black Parade. It's almost definitely possible, but this is more fun. Anyway, go to sleep. Next. Wow, you really suck at this thing. Maybe you should try playing an instrument you actually know how to play instead, like the one in your bedroom. Honestly, you have no idea where this flute even came from. Things seem to appear and disappear around here all the time, especially to your unending chagrin. Any sort of large, orange gourd that might be lying around. You consider throwing the flute down in disgust. Capture lug flute. On second thought, it was a perfectly nice flute, and there is no reason to take your frustration out on it. You just need some practice. But before you capture log the flute, you will need to set your fetch modus first.
Back to it.
Back to it.
Fetch moduses.
All right, here's all the different ones, and they're all games. There's Memory, Operation, Ouija, Guess Who, Battleship.
Personally, I would have the Ouija
Jenga,
fetch modus.
Connect 4, Clue, Yahtzee, Monopoly, Pictionary, and Boggle.
I think the Pictionary one would also be fun.
Yeah. You have a wide variety of fetch modi to choose from. You were really excited when your grandpa bought you this modus set for Christmas. He's a total badass, even if a little strict. You typically opt for the memory modus when it comes to matters of day-to-day practicality. Select memory. And there we go. It's like the card game Memory.
Yes.
You set your modus to memory and capture log the flute. You allot 9 cards to the modus from your deck, since that will be more than enough for your needs at the moment. The modus grabs 9 more cards for matching purposes. The flute is split up on 2 blank cards and mixed randomly into the grid. To retrieve the item, you must first pick 1 card and then pick its matching card. For the typical Silodexer, this modus presents a frustrating guessing game and a lot of wasted time on mismatching. But you like it because you seem to have a knack for always guessing right on the first try. Squeal like a piglet and fertilize some plants. Why the gifts are always so slow?
The only speed they know how to move at.
It is an awfully silly idea and is basically a waste of everyone's time. You would predictably disregard the thought and focus on more sensible objectives at once. Oh my god, this is so much fun. Alright. You capture log the bag of fertilizer. Consult colorful reminders. You tend to have a lot of things on your mind at once, and you can be a little forgetful. So you keep a variety of colored strings on your fingers with reminders. Each one means there is something different to remember at a certain time. In fact, looking at your index finger reminds you that there is something important to remember now. It is your friend John's birthday. The green string reminds you that John's birthday package will arrive today. The blue string also reminds you that John's birthday package will arrive today, though in a way that means something slightly different. You are further reminded that you have some things to do outside your house soon, but you should stop by your room first for some supplies. And most importantly, see if John is online and wish him a happy birthday. Capture log the pumpkin growing next to you. You snap up the pumpkin, which seems suitably ripe for the taking. Hopefully the safety of your Silodex will prevent it from being spirited away like so many of its ephemeral predecessors. Exit this room. You make your way to the middle of the garden atrium, where a stairwell joins the 4 atrium wings. Upstairs is your grandfather's laboratory as well as your bedroom. Catalog something. Your memory modus is hardly any fun without much stuff in it, so you decide to stock up on fresh produce to fill some cards. You pick up a juicy red crabapple. You go pick a nice looking key lime. Then a delicious mandarin orange. Those are your favorite. Oranges do rule. And finally, a ripe yellow Eureka lemon. Modus fun aside, you feel it is impossible to have too many fresh fruits and vegetables on hand. Go upstairs to the bedroom. You almost never use the stairs. Why use the stairs when you can teleport, you know?
Exactly.
You transportalize upstairs.
Jesus, that's just like the purifier.
Just above is your room. Ascend. You enter your bedroom. On this side of the room, you are immediately confronted with numerous artifacts highlighting your various interests. Jesus, I forgot. Okay. You are an avid follower of cartoon shows of considerable nostalgic appeal. You have a profound zeal for marvelous and fantastical fauna of an anthropomorphological persuasion. You have an uncanny knack for nuclear physics, and not infrequently can be found dabbling in rather advanced gadgetry. You enjoy sporadic fits of narcolepsy. Your love of gardening transcends the glass confines of your atrium, and you are at times prone to patterns of precognitive prognostication. You consider very briefly the question, what will you do? But you quickly realize this is only half of your room, and it is therefore host to only half of your interests to choose from. Explore the other half of your room. Over here, there are yet more articles of your aforementioned interests, and then some. Additional telltale signs of your enthusiasm for nostalgic television mingle with your assortment of game-hunting firearms.
I love the game-hunting firearms.
Various guns in the corner. You are a skilled markswoman, though your crosshairs would never settle on an innocent creature, anthropomorphically persuaded, or otherwise. Your work table is littered with equipment to facilitate your tinkering. For you, experimentation is not a particularly exact science, and you lean heavily on sharp intuition for consistently and eerily optimal results. Nevertheless, you have still not been able to get that broad, flat gizmo over there to work. That thing. Which is a design you have borrowed from one of your grandpa's more mysterious inventions. You are a great admirer of his, and you are not alone. Your grandfather is a world-renowned explorer, naturalist, treasure hunter, archaeologist, scientist, inventor, big game hunter, billionaire extraordinaire. He has taught you everything you know. But in spite of all of his lessons, it is still difficult to escape his stern lectures when you are on the way out of the house to run your errands. He spends most of his time in the grand foyer, stewing in his own intensity and charisma. Alright? And today will likely be no exception. Among the errands you have planned is to venture out to find your pet and best friend named Becquerel. This animal must be fed, and he will not be happy if he is not. And if he is not happy, then you will not be happy. But first you should dig out your computer and say hi to John. Now! What will you do? Obviously, get those guns. You gotta stay strapped.
You gotta stay strapped. Strife specibus. Gun.
You equip your trusty hunting rifle. There would be hell to pay if your granddad caught you leaving the house without it. Wonder why the design on your shirt changed. There isn't much to wonder, really. You left a wardrobifier on its randomization setting. You may contemplate which shirt design you favor the most and commit that setting in the near future. Capture the nearest Squiddles doll and hug it. Tangle Buddies. Just before you can grab one, the powerful electromagnets concealed in their underbellies become activated, and two of them get all tangled up with each other playfully.
I want a Tangle Buddy.
You would. You capture the Tangle Buddies. Lose interest in fauna and never speak of it again. Oh god.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah, where's the water bottle? Can you have me? I need to get ready.
You need to hydrate for this.
Yeah, I need to be hydrated.
You can't knock over the microphone this time.
Yeah, last time I knocked over the microphone, and oddly enough, that was not the first part of our audio issues of the last session.
If it would have been, we could have started on this page.
Yeah. All right. Oh, but you could never do that. Toby, are you getting ready to hear me do this? You know what, Toby? No, I need you to hear me do this monologue too. Stop playing Animal Crossing.
Okay.
What marvelous creatures they are. What a daring dream to combine the finest qualities of humanity with the elegance and nobility of the animal kingdom. How you wish you could know their world. To hear one night those muted paw pads traipse up your stairs, a low but friendly growl unsettles your slumber, and as the soper seeps from your eyes, they detect a sharp pair of ears cutting moonlight. A mysterious woven tongue invites, "Wouldn't these ears suit you? Would not this proud long snout assist you in the hunt?" No need to answer. Words slough from the busy mind like a useless dead membrane as a more visceral sapience takes over. Something simpler is in charge now, a force untouched by the concerns and burdens of the upright, that ferocial yoke, the bipedal toe. It now drives you through the midnight brush, your paws whisking through creepers, unearthing with each bold stomp bright odors demanding investigation. But not for long, as you and your new friend must claim the night with piercing howls moonward. You eat a weird bug and don't even care.
This is exactly how I feel about Beastars.
You know, you're so real for that.
Okay, pick up your toys, Jade.
Pick up your toys.
Speaking of which, you pick up and admire one of your Manthro chaps. They are wonderful friends and are always cheerful and pleasant fellows. Why, dear Mr. Coxcomb, however will you be received at the barnyard gala without the trappings of a proper gentleman? Each Manthro chap comes with a number of accessories, including articles of formal attire, a vaccination kit, and a dishwasher safe slop trough. Organize all your dolls. You gather all your dolls into a rather cozy looking pile. Change wardrobe by your setting. Dude, like I just gave up halfway through saying that. You do activate the wardrobifier's randomization mode and set it to cycles through the 3 shirt designs.
I say you were gonna have to learn so many words so many made up words you've never had to read before.
I know.
It is a nightmare.
The decision was tough, but you think you came to the best possible conclusion, and this leads to a vote, which I'm not sure, but I think this might be like an actual poll originally. So that's where she got the Adams shirt. Which last time we were reading this, Danny was wearing that shirt.
I do cosplay Homestuck. I hate to break it to everyone.
Yeah, he cosplays Homestuck.
I have been cosplaying for 6 or 7 years now, I think.
You can say too long.
Too long.
Okay.
Too long, yeah, is the answer. I'm cosplaying again this year. I do it all the time. It's my favorite thing in the world. I've cosplayed so many Homestuck characters, and painting myself gray is both a nightmare and liberating at the same time.
Shut the fuck up. God damn.
There is no feeling like being gray. Listen to me well.
Look out
Try
window. No. Look out window.
Try it at least once or twice. I promise you, it is unlike anything you've ever experienced.
You're never getting me in gray body paint.
Not while you're awake.
Jesus.
That was genuinely terrifying to hear.
Anyways, doing soda with our food?
Yes, please.
We're ordering food right now, because hungry.